flow chart. You tell me what are the different, we're on example B here for 8.7. You tell me the things we need to find. A horizontal asymptote. What else? Any vertical asymptotes? We're going to have to factor it. I know. Any holes in the graph? Is there a y-intercept? Is there an x-intercept? Okay. Let's go to the actual easiest thing to ever find is the y-intercept. Is there a y-intercept? I hope so. 0, comma, what? If you put in 0, the x goes away, the x goes away, the x goes away, the x goes away. If all these x's go away, what do you have? Negative 3 over negative 8, which is 0.375 or 3/8. So one of the features of this graph is it has a y-intercept of 3/8. For the x-intercept, you need to know when the top could equal 0, but let's hold off. For everything else that we do here, we're going to have to do some factoring and pull this equation apart. So factor the top and factor the bottom while I do so now. I factored. Did I factor it properly? Okay. The question is, does anything on top match the bottom? Then there are no holes. None, because nothing canceled. Nothing was removed. No dirt was removed, therefore creating no holes. Okay? Are there any values for x when put on the bottom would create 0 now? Then that's going to create vertical asymptotes. What are the two bad values of x that would make 0 on bottom? 4 and negative 2. Does everybody understand that that's how you get the vertical asymptotes? That's where the graph would run into a wall. All right? There would be vertical asymptotes there. It can't exist there because the denominator would be 0. All right. Look at the denominator. Yes. Horizontal asymptotes. This is actually step 1 of your flow chart. Is this balanced, top-heavy, or bottom-heavy in terms of its degree? It's neutral or balanced. So you look at the coefficient in front of the x squared, then divide. 1 over 1 is 1. So the horizontal asymptote is at y equals 1. It was balanced, so you divide the coefficient in front of x squared by the coefficient in front of x squared, and you get 1. So this graph will be shifted up 1. If you were graphing it, there'd be a horizontal asymptote here. It's probably going to occur on these two outer regions and not in the middle. The middle, remember, can kind of follow a different set of rules than the end behaviors. Horizontal asymptotes talk about end behavior. Finally, for x-intercepts, are there any values for x that could create 0 up top? That's not a problem. You can have 0 on the top. What are they? 1 would produce 0 on top, and negative 3 would produce 0 on top. So those are the x-intercepts of that equation. There would be 1 way over here, 1 there, 1 at 1. Graph it, see if it has those features, and enjoy.